if you're having a disagreement with your mate,
send it to him.
Send it to me. I will blast it out, and then we will figure out. We will bring this to court. Like, we will figure out, like, in a biased way. I would not say who is my friend, whether it's a male or a female. I will just give the information exactly the way it needs to be given. So there is a woman who planned a trip with her family for her birthday, or on her birthday. I don't know if it was for her birthday. It was on her birthday. And it's already paid for, everything. After this has happened, she ended up getting into a relationship. And in this relationship, her new guy is upset that she's not going to spend her birthday with him, and upset that she's going to go on this trip with her family. Okay. Upset to the point that he broke up with her. Who do you think is in the wrong here? Is it her or is it him? Okay. So that is the scenario that we are bringing to Facebook court. Not Facebook, YouTube court. YouTube court. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at. So what we're going to do is we're going to read some of the comments, because I posted this on my social media. We're going to read the comments and we're going to see what people say. Who do you think is in the right and who you think is in the wrong? Don't say yours yet, which we'll do ours at the end.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's find a good comment. Definitely him. It's her birthday. She can spend it however she pleases. Plus, he doesn't own her. She can do whatever she wants.
He doesn't own her.
He doesn't own her at all?
No. Nobody owns anybody.
This is true. Did you feel like it sounded like he wanted to own her?
Sounds very controlling.
Okay.
Like, well, I'm here now, so I want to be controlling this situation.
Yeah. He is an idiot and insecure. Does he sound like he's an idiot?
Oh, 100%.
Insecure?
Yes.
What do you think about it that makes him sound insecure?
More insecure than it. Well, I think an idiot, personally, like if that was my friend, I'd be like, oh, hell no, he's an idiot. But insecure is just the fact that he's not able to like be there for whatever reason. If it was like maybe he couldn't afford to go, or like maybe he had to work or whatever reason why, but he's just like, oh, I can't be there, so you can't go. You shouldn't go. And to me, that's really insecure, because like, I don't know, like if I had already planned a trip after we met, you would just be like, have fun. Let me know when you get there. Like, make sure you get there safe or whatever. And like, obviously we talk all the time. So I would be like sending pictures and, hey, this is what I'm doing. But like, even if that wasn't the case, like still she planned it way before No, that is super insecure.
All right. Let's keep going.
Yes.
Him. If you care about someone, you sacrifice to ensure they are happy. He should have been happy for her. The dude should have known when he signed up, what he signed up for. So, sorry. I always have this thing, my friends make fun of me. I read better in my head when I read out loud. It's like I read better in my head. Anyways, point is,
you read good.
That's what you need. See, that's what you need. You need somebody who's just gonna give you a good push. Yeah, I agree. Let's hear. We have a guy who responded. He's being selfish. A planned trip and paid for before he was a factor. He could try to go as well, but don't hate on her trip. Now, yeah, because especially she's with her family. Like, I don't know.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, I guess if you're with your family, like, why would you trip over that? But some people maybe.
But what, like, I mean, I don't know this person nor the situation very well, but was he invited if he wanted to come? To be able to come? Do we know?
I mean, the way I said it that way because I didn't want to persuade anyone any direction. So I kind of wanted to try to say it as neutral as I could and let that be that. So, like, with that, do you feel like he should have been invited?
No, not necessarily. But like if it was us, I would have invited you. But I would also have to been ready for you to not be ready to like go on a vacation with my family like that. Like I could have said like, hey, we're doing this. I mean, we met a week before my birthday, so that would have been real weird. I could have said like, hey, we're doing this. Like, you're welcome to come. But also, I don't expect you to be there if you don't feel comfortable yet, because that's a lot. Some people's families are a lot anyway. Mine is a lot.
Well, that was on Facebook. Let's move over to TikTok. We got a few comments on TikTok. He should be excited for her to be able to spend quality time with her family. It's her birthday. He is being selfish. Him breaking up with her, that she can't continue her comment, shows he's immature and he isn't mature enough to handle a real relationship. She may have dodged a bullet. So that's going back to the immature thing. Let's see what this next person says. Sure, making memories is amazing, but the plans were already set. He can have next year, or he can do something when she gets back. Which, I mean, that's that's very logical for a woman to say. I was very logical. That's impressive.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
I'm just saying. It is what it is. It was logical. Let's see. Plans were set in motion. 1, sometimes things can be canceled or refunded. 2, he could have made an effort to go with. Yeah. So yeah.
If it was that important, he could have said, I want to come. Can I come? And if that relationship is, maybe that would have been the turning point.
He's tripping. Just wait till she comes home. No big deal. It's already been planned. And if her family is cool with her bringing him, tag along. So yeah, I mean, it seems like the consensus is pretty much the same. I'm gonna jump over. Wait, hold on. Honestly, even if she planned the trip after and during, if she wants to spend time with her family, what's the big deal?
Amen to that.
Yeah.
The like mentality of like, if I can't come, you can't go, is very like controlling, immature, childish, insecure. Like, it's just very like 20-year-old to me. Like, it screams, I'm scared you're gonna leave me if we're not together 24. I don't know. That's very strange to me.
I agree.
He is in the wrong. This was planned before he came into the picture and is her birthday. Girl, let him go and enjoy. Oh, I think she got it confused. She thought it was him. Girl, let him go and enjoy.
No. She's saying let him go, and she needs to let him go.
Oh, like, let him go. I like this one. Yep.
Yeah.
He tripping. Oh, that's my friend. He tripping. He is tripping. Him, planned and paid for before him, vacation with family. He's tripping.
Here's one. I like to hear the guy's perspective. Here we go. Here's one.
He was in the wrong. This trip was already pre-planned out before him, and he could have spent her birthday with her when she got back and had something planned for her while she was gone with her family.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It seems like everybody. Oh, here we go.
Heck along.
My boy Big Al. I'll put him on the screen.
Dude is wrong on this one. This is her trip. Now they could work out an arrangement. Maybe he can join her family on the trip. Maybe he can create something they can do after the trip. But it's not like she's rolling with a bunch of other bros on her trip. She's with her family. Let her have it. He shouldn't be selfish with it. I agree.
Right. What's up, Big Al? Shouts out to Big Al. I don't know which, but I think he's 101.1 now. Shouts out to Big Al. Anyhow, point is, it sounds to me like nobody's on his side. Not one person. The friend of the matter is the female. So she's my friend. So this is her man. I don't know her man. But what I do know is that every red flag that there is to be thrown has been thrown. What do you think if she takes him back? What do you think that says?
With my son, even if you okay something, it's saying that that's okay. Like it's just like a kid. Like if they're kicking and screaming on the floor because they can't have ice cream, and you give them ice cream to shut them up, they're gonna kick and scream next time for ice cream. So if she takes him back, what it tells me is that This is going to be
what does
her
it tell
life.
him?
What does it tell him is that this behavior is okay. It's reinforcing the bad behavior.
Right. I agree.
Spoken like a mom.
It's true. It's definitely true. So I don't know. I mean, the way I see it, if that were you, yeah, you got it right. I'd have been like, have
Me
fun.
too.
Or I would go. If I was really that I wanted to be with you on your first birthday with me, then I would. If I really, really, really wanted to do it, then I would go. But 10 times out of 10, not 10 times out of 10, I would have just waited till you got back.
Yeah, I mean, he could have waited till she got back and had something really special set up that he could have got set up while she was gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a huge red flag. This
Mhm.
whole situation is like, it just, when
Yeah.
you initially told me about it, I was just like, oh, like, I know, run, girl, fast. But do you have updates? Like, is there something new that happened since she got back? Because clearly this has happened already now, right?
Yeah. I didn't really ask too many questions. I just know that when she did get back, like he had shampooed her carpets and
Oh, so we've had a change of heart
yeah,
since she was gone.
yeah. I mean my advice to her was to stop responding because, the text messages and
Oh, wait, but what about the text messages?
well, I don't want to get too, I mean, that wasn't
That wasn't part of this.
I mean, this was just strictly, this scenario. Like that's, I mean, she asked me, can you please post this and see what other people think?
What a good friend you are.
Yeah,
Such a good friend.
Yeah. So anybody, if you look, if you're having a disagreement with your mate,
send it to him.
Send it to me. I will blast it out, and then we will figure out. We will bring this to court. Like we will figure out, like in a biased way. I would not say who is my friend, whether it's a male or a female. I will just give the information exactly the way it needs to be given, and then we'll come back and then we'll figure it out. So I know some of y'all be having conversations like, oh, I know I'm right. Let me call in such and such. Like, yeah.
Do you think it would have been any different if the situation was the guy and the girl were changed? Like it was the guy's trip and the girl was staying home? Do you think anything would have been different?
I think it would be the same or it would be different. Basically, if you're insecure, that's how it's going to be. And if you're not insecure, it's going to be different. Like, it's just literally that simple. But like, I have a friend, Arlitra, what's up? I mean, me and her, we've been going to the movies ever since, I don't know, maybe a little over a year now, maybe 2 years. And like, we watch all the Marvel movies. I told you about her. Like, you've met her. Like, I pay, she pay. Like, we're homies. That's what we do. How did you feel about that when I initially told you that? Like, just be honest.
I mean, with another woman, at first I was just kind of like, ooh, like, that's a little weird. But then at the same time, like, I love him for who he is, and I don't want to change who he is. And if that's something like that he already does, like, I don't want him coming into my life and being like, oh no, like, I don't think you should be with go out with this person. Like, when it's clearly platonic and there's trust involved, it shouldn't matter. And so, like, yeah, of course, like, at first, or if I was like talking to my friends about it, they would probably be like, oh, girl,
Mm-hmm.
what?
So,
what? But I think I have to let you be you.
And I think that's the part of dating that I don't like is how people feel. I know, here goes another facial expression. I hate how people automatically assume two people of the opposite sex cannot be friends or cannot do anything if you're in a relationship. Like when I was young, my mom had male friends and like she was friends with the men and the wives. Like I saw the dynamic and I saw the way, they were. Like I believe that people who are genuinely friends can be friends. Now I can understand if I just met somebody now and then I'm like, we're friends and we're going to start doing this movie thing. I would feel like that would be no. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Because like that's brand new. But I mean, if it was established before, And it's not like I'm hiding it. I mean, I didn't try to hide it from you at all. Like, I was just like, hey, this is what it was. I just went to go watch the new Spider-Man, and it was a late movie. And I told you, you know, when it was. Then I reminded you when it was.
And I was like, have fun.
Right.
Say
like
hi for me.
Exactly. Like women. Like, and I guess what I wouldn't even say just women, just men and like people.
But like, you're really like an upstanding man. Like I have never doubted you. And, and specifically about Arlitra, like I remember when I first met you and like your picture of your album cover was you and her. And my first message was, hey, like, I'm not trying to get in the middle of anything. Like, I don't know. And he was like, no. And then from that point on, I was like, I don't know. But then I like met her at your birthday and it was totally cool. So like, yeah, you just can't, I can't change you. And that's one thing over time I've learned. And maybe that's why we do so well, is because I think we've both learned, like, you can't change the person. You have to love them for who they are. And then it can work. Then you have a fighting chance at making something work.
I really honestly think that when you're dating or you're starting off, you can't be that person where you're holding back because you don't want to push that other person away. Like, if you're a loud person or if you're over the top, like, you have to be that from the beginning, because what's going to happen is you're going to be a toned down version of yourself. And then that's who they're going to get to know, and that's who they're going to want to, move forward with. And then eventually the real you's going to come out. You can't keep the real you in forever. The real you's going to come out, and then if that real you is different from the person that they first met, like, problems might occur. They might be like, ooh, I don't know, this is a bit much. What is this? Or they're going to say, you're changing. Like, with my friends, I would tell them when they get into, like, meet new women, they don't talk on the phone because you're super happy all the time. If you're not going to do that 6 months down the road, if you're not going to do that a year from now, like, if you know right now, I'm just excited, this is new and I want to do this over and over again. Like, if you're not going to do that 6 months from now, don't do it in the beginning, because guess what's going to happen? She's going to get used to it. You're going to switch up. And then she's going to be like, why are you switching up? You're going to act like nothing's wrong with it, but you already created a pattern. So at the end of the day, bro, it's on you. So you can't.
That's like love bombing too, when somebody's just like trying to check up on you all the time and calling you baby and love. And it's like you just barely matched and met. And that's like a huge red flag for me. Like, if anything, things should get better over time, not be really good at the beginning and then dwindle. And that's exactly like what you're saying. Like, I feel like for us, things got better and better and better and better over time, because I was just like, I'm just going to let you be you. And I'm going to sit over here and work on me. And then it worked. But
yeah. So yeah, I don't even know how we got to this part. But
because you went to the movies with Arlitra and I was like, I trust you. You're cool. Like, you already been doing this. Like, I'm not going to come into your life and tell you to stop doing something you're already doing. You're a grown-ass man. Like,
yeah. And I mean, and that's really, I feel people say to be in relationships, you have to make sacrifices to an extent. I think that if, like I said, if I can be 1,000% who I am, I'm probably going to push away a lot of women. But the one woman that I don't push away, like, she's going to be happy over a longer period of time, because I can do me all the time. I can't do this whatever character that I create at the beginning. Like, that's, so I feel like we're going good, because I'm literally myself. I'm to be the same person I was. I have moments where I'm just upbeat, moments when I'm not.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, you did say that I was really loud last night, though, all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
I didn't notice, but I think because my roommate, he was here, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be so loud because I know they're asleep. And then
we were talking.
And I was just like, do you know? You know, you try to whisper, you try to bring them down. Do you know I'm sitting right next to you?
When I get excited about something, the volume goes up.
Yeah.
And I was clearly talking. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
It wasn't that.
I was talking about something that I had some feelings behind.
Yeah. So anyhow, So point is, if y'all have any more questions you want us to decipher after we take it to the people, We can figure out who's right or wrong. I'm always for the players to be right. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the men, but if you're wrong, I'm gonna call it out too. I'm gonna call it out.
Usually the wrong ones too. So
dang, in this situation,
it's true.
it's true.
Team girl 1.
All right, girl
woman.
1, man 0. Dang, fellas, we can't be doing all this. Okay, all right. Well, till we meet again
For Christmas.
for Christmas. All right, deuces.